You ever walk into a room and time just bends around you? Like, people stop, they look, and then they ask that one question. Wait, how old did you say you were? But what if I told you that looking younger than your age ain't about skincare, ain't about clean eating, and it sure as hell ain't just about good genes? Number. It's psychological, it's philosophical, it's spiritual warfare. Your youthful face might be hiding the deepest kind of power there is, the power to suffer silently, endure daily, and still radiate something eternal. You've tapped into something rare, and if you haven't yet, this will wake you up. I'm not just here to talk beauty, I'm here to unravel why time doesn't stick to some of us. Welcome to Darkside Demeanor. Subscribe now, because what we uncover here, you won't find anywhere else. 1. You've been broken, but not beaten. You've suffered, and you didn't post about it. You didn't whine. You didn't beg for pity. You bled in silence. You kept moving. That's Stoicism, and that's why you glow. Stress ages most people like rust eats iron. It wrinkles skin, weakens posture, erodes life. But not you. Why? Because when life threw you in the fire, you didn't melt, you forged. Resilience isn't just a mindset, it's a facelift, it's biological armor. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is a silent assassin. It destroys collagen, slows healing, dims the eyes. But you learned how to take emotional punches and keep your peace. You aged backwards. So here's the first truth. You don't look young because life was easy. You look young because you never let it break you. 2. You flow with change. You don't fight it. Most people get old before their time, not because of years, but because of resistance. They stiffen up, get stuck in their ways, think comfort is safety. But you adapt, you move, you evolve. You're like water, shapeless, fearless, flowing. That's why you still sparkle like you're 20-something. Stoicism teaches us, the obstacle is the way. You don't dodge change, you absorb it. You learn from it, you transform with it. That mindset keeps your spirit young. And science agrees, neuroplasticity thrives in open minds. People who keep learning literally rewire their brains to resist aging. So, if your curiosity never dies, neither does your youth. 3. Your curiosity outruns time. There's a difference between being alive and being awake. You can spot the difference in the eyes. Some people move through life like they're already buried. Dead eyes, dead words, dead spirit. But your curiosity, that fire, that's what keeps you lit. You ask questions. You challenge your own thoughts. You never let life become a loop. That's not just personality. That's your anti-aging serum. The moment the mind flatlines, the body follows. So never stop questioning. Never stop playing. Be the old soul with the young fire. 4. You don't bottle emotions. You bleed truth. You ever see someone who looks 10 years older just because they're holding back everything? You can feel it. Tension in their face. A lifetime of I'm fine, rotting beneath the skin. That's not strength. That's decay. You, on the other hand, you express. You speak your truth. You cry when it's needed. You laugh when it's real. And you don't apologize for being human. That honesty, it frees you. It releases tension. It lowers stress. It unburdens the soul. And the Stoics would nod in approval. Because even they knew, repression is weakness disguised as control. Real strength is expression. Controlled, yes, but real. So remember, emotion repressed is aging accelerated. Emotion released is youth reclaimed. 5. You guard your energy like your life depends on it. Because it does. Look around. There are people aging at warp speed because of who they let sit at their table. Negative people drain you like spiritual leeches. Every complaint, every gossip, every low-vibration convo, it robs you. But you chose wisely. You keep your circle tight. You protect your peace. You know the cost of bad energy. That glow you carry, that's spiritual hygiene. And people can feel it before they understand it. Energy is everything. And the older you get, the more you realize. It's not about having more friends. It's about having the right ones. Cutting dead weight isn't cruel. It's survival. 6. You live with fire, not excuses. Most people, they're drifting, surviving the day, waiting for something to wake them up. But you have purpose. You have that thing that pulls you out of bed with fire in your chest. Maybe it's your art. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's your mission. But it's there. And it keeps you alive. That's why your skin glows. That's why your walk has bounce. Because passion pumps youth into your veins. Even the Stoics, who taught detachment, believed in duty, in purpose, in living with intention. So here's your reminder. If you've lost your spark, you've handed time the knife. Get it back, even if you have to claw for it. 7. You let the past die, and that keeps you alive. The past is heavy. People carry it on their backs like a badge. They replay pain like it earns them something. But you've buried your ghosts. You forgave. You let go. You cut the chain. Because the Stoics were clear. The past cannot be touched. Only your response to it. And by refusing to let your past own your present, you stayed free. Free in the mind. Free in the face. Free in the soul. That's why you look young. Because you're not aging under the weight of what ifs and why me. You're here. Now fully. Now, before I leave you to your thoughts, I've got 3 more truths. But I didn't put them in the main list for a reason. These are the ones that hit different. The ones most people overlook. And the ones that separate the ageless souls from the ones time devours. If you've made it this far, you're not just watching, you're waking up. So here they are. Bonus 1. You practice sacred stillness. Most people can't sit in silence. They need noise. They need distraction. They're terrified of what will surface in the quiet. But you've made stillness a ritual, meditation, journaling, staring into the void and letting it stare back. That calm, that peace, it repairs you on a cellular level. In a world that's addicted to motion, stillness is rebellion, and rebellion is youth. Bonus 2. You laugh from the soul, not the script. Have you ever noticed? Some people laugh, but it doesn't reach their eyes. They're performing. You're feeling. Your laughter isn't a mask. It's medicine. It bubbles up from something real. That joy, it heals. It activates neurotransmitters that keep your brain sharp, your hormones balanced, your energy magnetic. Fake laughter pleases people. Real laughter preserves youth. You've never needed a script. You've always lived unscripted. Bonus 3. You've made peace with death. Most people age fast because they're running from something they can't escape. They fear death, so they cling to youth, to ego, to illusion. But you've already had that dark conversation. Maybe you've already danced with death in some form. Loss, failure, the death of who you used to be. And you came out the other side, clear, unattached, unbothered. That's the secret nobody tells you. The moment you stop fearing death, life stops aging you. You live lighter. You glow harder. You walk with something ancient in your eyes, but something untouchable in your soul. Final words that haunt. You ever wonder why some people look their age, or worse, beyond it? It's not about what they eat. It's not about what they wear. It's about what they carry. The truth is, youth is less about years and more about what's eating you alive. So if you've been mistaken for being younger, now you know why. And if you haven't, now you know what to change. This wasn't skincare advice. This was soul care. And the most ageless people on earth, they mastered their inner world before the outer one ever noticed. So if this hit different, smash that like button. Subscribe to Darkside Demeanor. We're building a tribe of people who live by deeper codes, people who think, feel, suffer, but stay powerful. Drop your story in the comments. What's the wildest age guess someone's made about you? And if you're still carrying the past, still resisting change, still holding back tears, maybe it's time to let all of that go. Because in the end, time doesn't age you. What you carry does. Watch more. Darkside Demeanor. YouTube channel, subscribe. Share. Speak your truth. I'll see you in the shadows.